Hello everyone and welcome. Today we're going to be checking out a newer game. This game's been around for quite a long time. Um, I would say it's been around at least 5 or 6 years. Um, I've played this game off and on, back and forth, since it came out. I was one of the original people to test this game and to play this game. So let's go ahead and get started here. The game we're playing today is called Navyfield. You can look that up. I'll probably put a link to their website in the description. Um, this is I don't know, the best way to describe it is a Navy game, I guess. Um, with this, you can range anything from little small destroyers, little frigate class ships, all the way up to light cruisers, heavy cruisers, battleships, and aircraft carriers. Um, we'll go ahead and show you a couple of the different types of ships here. Um, right now, I'm currently sitting in what is my Italian harbor. Um, this is an example of one of the light cruisers here that exist in the game. If we go to the next one here, this is an example of a BB-1, which is a battleship class 1, which is your first level of battleship. Um, this here is an example of a BB-4. Um, there are 6 classes of battleship, ranging from 1 to 4. This is a BB-4, so this is about middle of the line here. Um, over here, this is a BB-3. That's relatively decent, but they lack quite a bit. And then this here, I believe, is a Battleship 2 or a BB-2. Um, they have a decent amount of power, but then again, their range, which is distance they can shoot, is not very good, and they don't have very high attack. And then here's an example of a aircraft carrier. This is I want to say a CV4. I don't remember. It's been quite a while since I've really played this. I don't remember. I think that's a CV4. Um, maybe not. Maybe that's a premium. You know what? That's a premium aircraft carrier. And this is a premium battleship. What premium battleships and aircraft carriers are is they are just regular ships, but they're a little better for their level. They have a little more firepower, a little more range, a little better accuracy, and better guns for their level. And how you obtain those is by purchasing them from the website. Um, you can purchase all kinds of different things from the website. I'll show you here real quick what different types of things you can buy. There's a bunch of different categories of things you can buy. Um, Sorry about that if you can hear the loud, annoying tornado siren in the background. Um, it's the first Thursday of the month, and the first Thursday of every month, they always, at 10 a.m., which I believe it is now. Yep, it is exactly 10 a.m., and the first Thursday of every month, they test the tornado siren. So that's kind of annoying. So we'll have to be listening to that for the next 30 seconds. Or not, because there it goes. Okay. Um, Different categories here. The first is premium ships. Premium ships, like I said, are all these ships you can buy from the store. Um, Also listed inside of these are, I believe, the event battleships, which are things that you can win during events. Um, Different ways to get them. Sometimes they do things where you get drops, where they randomly, after a battle, you have a chance of getting an item or getting like a EBB or ECV, which is an event battleship or event aircraft carrier. You have a chance of getting those coupons, and you can get them. Also, sometimes they have events where they do a room, and the person with the highest attack in that room gets a choice of a battleship or something. I currently have, I think, 4 on this account. I have this Victorious. I have a Richthofen, and I have a Le Havre. Um, these I all obtained through different events, mostly just different giveaway events and stuff they were doing for like holiday season and stuff. I also have a Dreadnought. The Dreadnought I obtained in a highest attack room. Um, I believe it was a CL, highest attack room for a CL. I obtained that. This was very, very long time ago. Been at least 3 years, 4 years now, probably. So that's pretty cool. Um, Next, you have ship items. Ship items are different things. Like you have naval mines. I currently have 6,654 of these. Um, During events, when they do drops, there's three things they like to give away the most of: naval mines, hedgehogs, and smoke. Um, Naval mines, like it says, are mines are explosive items to help players to disturb enemy movements. Only a frigate and a destroyer can see a mine. So pretty much what you use is you can use mine launchers, which most people don't use, or you can use scouts. You can equip mines to scouts, and you can drop them on enemy lines. And if a ship runs over it, it does so much damage based on what type of ship it is, different things. We also have hedgehogs. Hedgehogs are a powerful anti-submarine weapon. Um, these have faster reload time. They're actually stronger, do more damage than the regular ones. There's two different versions. There's these premium ones, which you have to buy or win, or there's regular ones, which do about half the damage, and they take twice as long to reload. So I currently have about 1,300 of those. All from winning. Never purchased a single one of these three items up here. And then I have almost 1,000. I have 958 smoke. Smoke is just a giant white cloud, literally, that pops up over your ship to hide it. Very useful in harbor assaults, different things like that. And then you have dock increases. What these are is you buy them. It just gives you an extra slot in your harbor for that nation. Then we have an HQ expansion. HQ expansions are 24 slot pages. What HQ expansions are is it's literally just a warehouse for extra sailors. You can only have 50 sailors out at a time, and then you can have up to 9 pages of 24 sailors up there. Also, what that is the HQ can be used to store ships, because if you'll notice here, which I'll show you, I currently am at ship 6 of 7, plus I have an extra 4 slots because I have event battleships and premium ships, which take up those extra 4 slots. So currently in total, in my Italian harbor right now, I can have 11 ships, and I'm currently sitting on ship 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So that's that. Next we have elite sailors. What elite sailors are is when you go to get sailors, you either buy them or roll them. What buying an elite does is it gives you a sailor that has higher ability, which means he's better in specific categories. For example, if I get an elite accuracy sailor, he has higher accuracy ability, ideal for creating gunners. So what that means is he has better ability to group your shells a lot closer. We also have reload ability, which make reloading your gun times faster. There's also bomber pilots, which make them better for bombing. Fighter pilots, which make stronger fighters. All these different things here. Then there's hero sailors. Hero sailors are, I believe they're plus 14s ability, and all the way across the board in every category. There's different ways to get sailors. When you normally want to get a sailor, the best way to get them is, if I remember here, you come down here, you click new. When you Well, I can't do it because I have too many sailors, apparently. But what you do is you click New, and it rolls sailors. When you're rolling sailors, you're looking for 12 ability in whatever category it is that you want. If you want a fighter pilot, you're looking for 12 in fighter pilot. Um, that can be quite tedious and cost you quite a lot of points. Points are right here. Points and credits. This is credits are your money. What you use to buy ships, to buy ammo. You can also trade sailors and other things like that. All kinds of crazy stuff. Points are also used in the same fashion. Certain things cost you points rather than credits. Points and credits are earned after a battle. Um, you also have to pay points and credits to repair ships. Um, but after a battle, you'll earn some points and credits based on how well you did and all kinds of different stuff. Um, you have a better chance if you run a CV of gaining a lot more points and credits as you do a battleship. Battleships are more fun, in my opinion, and you produce, I believe, more experience from a battleship, but you do get a lot more credits and points, so you get a lot more money in terms of using an aircraft carrier. So most people usually have one or two of those just to make sure they can have an income or a decent income to keep their battleships running. So, like I said, with this, it's going to cost you points to roll sailors, and you look for 12 ability. Or, if you come in here, you buy these. These have 13 ability in a specific category, which is not bad. And then hero sailors have a plus 14 at every ability, so that's pretty cool. Next, we have sailor items. First, we have a ship tree reset. To operate a ship, you need a captain or a bridge officer. Your bridge officer, you have to rank him up, which I'll show you here in a few minutes. You have to rank him up to each ship as you go. Based on whatever ship line you choose is what ships you get. What this ship tree reset does is it allows you to reset your bridge officer back to having no ships available, and you can reclass his ships. He keeps his level, he keeps his ability, he keeps his nation, he just resets his ship line, which I'll show you. You have veterans and experts. What veterans and experts are is they are, I don't know the best way to describe it. I guess they're more experience points, so to speak, for your sailor. Instead of having on a battleship, you'd have a crew of 1,000 people, let's say. Well, instead of having a crew of 1,000 people on your battleship, you can only have so many sailors. And with these so many sailors, included in one sailor, let's take this guy for instance. Included in this sailor right here, you have 44 rookies. You have 502 experts and 120 veterans, for a total of 666 sailors. So my one sailor here is technically representing 666 different people that would work on this battleship. Now, if you use those veteran and expert packs, you can adjust the number of experts and rookies and veterans on here, which changes the ability of the sailor. The more veterans you have, the better the sailor is going to be. The more experts you have over rookies, the better the sailor is going to be. Your goal overall is to take that red, green, and yellow bar and to try to get as much of that red off as possible, and to try to add as much green as you can, and then make sure that you have the rest of that bar completely filled in with white. The less red you have, the better. But you always want to make sure you have a little bit of red, because there are crew loss, and if you do get hit in a special way on your ship, a lot of times you'll lose crew, and you want to make sure you have rookies, so you have a better chance of losing rookies as opposed to losing very good sailors. Um, Next, we have premium sailors. What this does is a premium sailor just increases your ability of the sailor by 20%. So it makes your sailor 20% better. Um, Next, you have nation changes. What this does is it allows me to take, for instance, to take a Japanese bridge officer and make him U.S., or to take a um, Russian bridge officer and make him, um, make him U.S. Yeah, I couldn't think there for a second. But what that does, that's what that does. There's one for every nation, so that's that. Um, Then last we have a 30% experience boost. What this does is it contains 50 experience increases per pack. And what it does is if you win a battle, it automatically takes your experience and takes it and increases it by 30%. So it automatically adds 30% of your experience to your total. I currently have 25 of these left. I won these a while ago, and I don't really play the game much, so I haven't really used them. Um, Next, we have event. What event is during certain events, they drop, when they do drops, they drop points and credits. So they'll drop usually 1,000 credits or 1,000 points at a time. Sometimes they drop multiples. This is just the spot you come in to claim them. And last is ship turning. I'm not going to describe all these because there's a god-awful amount of them. What ship turning is they are special items that increase the overall abilities of one ship. For instance, we have we'll do fighter attack damage. For instance, fighter attack damage, it adds plus 10 to the attack of a fighter or all fighters that are on that ship. So any aircraft carrier that I put this on, it'll automatically make that aircraft carrier have any fighters that come off of it have a plus 10 damage. Then there's other things like ammo damage. There's ammo damage plus 3%. It increases whatever the ammo damage of your ship is by 3%. So that makes your shells hit harder, makes you do more damage. It's a very nice, useful thing. So that's all the items there. Next, there's a trade system. What the trade system is it's literally a system where people can list sailors, kind of like similar to like an online market. What they do is they list a sailor, and then what happens is you come in here, you say, "Oh, I want these level 86 U.S. Aircraft gunners, anti-aircraft gunners. Oh, I want these." You come in here, you can look at their abilities, view everything about them, view all their stats, see the multiple sailors that they have listed, if they have more than one. You can hit View All to get this page here, so you can look at all of those. And then if you want to purchase them, you come down here and you click Purchase, and what it'll do is it'll go into your HQ, it'll take any money that you have in there, and it'll purchase those sailors using the money out of your HQ. The HQ is also a bank. I don't know if I mentioned that. But it's also a bank. Pretty much just holds all your money and extra sailors and stuff like that. Also, it's secure with a second password. Second password is used to lock your HQ, to lock your items. It also locks your trade tab. And if you go into a trade room, which is where you can do direct trades instead of having to do through the market trades. Direct trades are cost-free, as opposed to the market charges you a little bit of money to actually list your sailor. So direct trades are cost-free, but it requires a secondary password for you to be able to do that. That way, all that stuff is secure. Also, you can set escorts. If you want to have your ship, like if you're running a battleship and you're tired of having all these airplanes flying over you, all kinds of bombers, all kinds of fighters giving out your position and stuff, you can run like an anti-aircraft escort. And what that'll do is it'll just go ahead and automatically shoot down airplanes. They're usually a lot smaller ships. You can't use battleships or aircraft carriers or submarines as your escorts. It's mostly light cruisers and destroyers, and some heavy cruisers that you can use as escorts, and they're good for doing things like that. Next, I guess I'll show you the ability of a sailor. This is a bridge officer right here. You can see it lists all of his abilities, and it also lists his ship. The ship he's currently on is the Carrizzuolo. We'll go ahead and show you in here. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I meant to click ship. What happens here is when you start out a bridge officer, he always starts out at a frigate. Level 1, you start out at a frigate. Then you move yourself to a frigate 2, then a destroyer. When you get to a destroyer, which is all neutral, which means he doesn't have a nation yet. When a bridge officer hits level 12, you can class him as a nation. You can pick US, UK, Japan, Germany, French, Russian, and Italian. Once you class him to level 12, he becomes that nation. He becomes a bridge officer. At level 12, not only can you pick a bridge officer, but you have to pick his nation, and you can pick any type of sailor that you want him to be that exists in the game. So it doesn't matter what type he is, but you can class him. It's best to class based on ability, so that's how that works. Once you do that, you'll open up this screen, and you'll have to pick a ship. Obviously, the first ship you would pick for Italy is you would pick this Leone here. That's their starting level 12 ship. After that, you have 3 choices of what you pick. You have this up here, this I don't know what that is exactly, but this is a level 30 ship, and this is an APA, which is used to put sailors on beaches during harbor assaults. So that's that. Not a lot of people really use those other than for harbor assaults. They're pretty useless otherwise. And then you have a choice between 2 other destroyers. Based on whichever one you pick is which direction you go. Now, you come up here. After that, you'll run right here. You follow this line up. You have no other choices. No matter which one you pick, you run into this ship. Then next, you'll go into this ship. Then once you get here, here's where the real decision becomes. Now you have to pick your line. There's 2 battleship lines to pick from. One, you can go this top line here, or the second one, you pick the bottom. Now, based on what you pick, depends on what you can do. Now, if I pick this bottom line here, I can eventually branch off and get a submarine. But if I want an aircraft carrier, I have to pick this top line up here. It's a little confusing here. I don't know if I'm explaining this very well, but I know this is pretty confusing. If I select this top line, it can eventually run all the way out to here. You'll see all kinds of different intersections everywhere. You have ships like this, and it runs through. And eventually, no matter which one of these 2 lines you pick, they will eventually both intersect right here at your Battleship 6, which is the top ship that you can get for a battleship of that nation. This one right here is the UP-41, which is the Italian BB-6. Otherwise, you can pick any of these ships along the way to get there. But if you want an aircraft carrier, like I said, you have to go the top line and then branch off to aircraft carriers. And if you want a submarine, you have to go like the bottom line here and then branch off to an aircraft carrier. Or I mean a submarine. Also, there's remodels, which you can remodel a ship. Basically what you do is you go to the ship, you come in here, you click this remodel button. It brings up the remodel menu, and if there's a remodel available, You click it, you click OK, it remodels the ship. Um, yeah, that's pretty much a basic tour of what this game is about. Um, there are so many more features that I have not begun to even explain or touch on or anything like that. I may be doing a few videos with this game in the future, but for now, this is pretty much just a brief explanation of what this game is and the basics of it. Um, Thank you guys for watching. If you want to, please go ahead and leave a like below. Also, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know anything about. Let me know if there's anything about this game that you would like to see or anything like that. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you later.